The old man with the lamp plays an important part in the development of the fairy tale. When he comes with his lamp into the clefts of the rocks, he is asked which is the most important of the secrets known to him. He answers the revealed, and when asked if he will not divulge this secret, replies, "When I have learned the fourth." This fourth secret, however, is known to the green snake, who whispers it in the old man's ear. There can be no doubt that this secret concerns the condition for which all the figures in the fairy tale are longing. This condition is described at the end of the tale. A picture portrays the way in which the soul of man enters into union with the subterranean forces of its nature. As a result of this, the soul's relationship to the supersensible, the kingdom of the lily, and to the material, the kingdom of the green snake, is so regulated that in experience and in action it is freely receptive to impulses from both regions. In union with both, the soul is able to fulfill its true being. It must be assumed that the old man knows this secret, for he is the only figure who is always master of the circumstances. Everything is dependent on his guidance and leadership. What then can the snake say to the old man? He knows that the snake must be offered up in sacrifice if the longed-for goal is to be attained. But this knowledge of his is not unconditional. He must wait until the snake from out of the depths of our nature is ripe to make the sacrifice. Within the compass of man's soul life is a power which bears the soul's development on to the condition of free personality. This power has its task on the way to the attainment of free personality. When this is achieved, the task is over. This power brings the human soul into connection with the experiences of life. It transforms into inner wisdom all that science and life reveal, and makes the soul ever riper for the desired spiritual goal. This attained, it loses meaning, for it establishes man's relation to the outer world. At the goal, however, all external impulses are changed into inner impulses of the soul, and there this power must sacrifice itself, must suspend its functions. It must, without separate experience of its own, live on now in the transformed man as the ferment permeating the rest of soul life. Goethe's spiritual outlook was particularly concerned with this power in human life. He saw it working in the experiences of life and of science. He wanted to see its application without the outcome of preconceived ideas or theories of an abstract goal. This goal must be a result of the experiences themselves. When the experiences are mature, they must themselves give birth to the goal. They must not be stunted by a predestined end. This soul power is personified in the green snake. It devours the gold, the wisdom derived from life and science, which must be so worked upon by the soul that wisdom and soul become one. This soul power will be sacrificed at the right time. It will bring man to his goal, will make him a free personality. The snake whispers to the old man that it will sacrifice itself. It confides to him a mystery that is revealed to him, but of which he can make no use, so long as it is not fulfilled by the free resolve of the snake. When this soul power in man speaks to him as the snake speaks to the old man, the time has come for the soul to realize life experience as life wisdom. Harmony between the material and the supersensible is re-established. The young man has had premature contact with the supersensible world and has been paralyzed, deadened. Life revives in him, and he marries the lily when the snake, the soul experience, is offered up in sacrifice. Thus the longed-for consummation is attained. The time has now also come when the soul is able to build a bridge between the nether and the further regions of the river. This bridge is built of the snake's own substance. From now on, life experience has no separate existence. It is no longer directed merely to the outer sense world as before. It has become inner soul power, which is not consciously exercised as such, but which only functions in the reciprocal illumination of the material and supersensible life of man's inner being. This condition is brought about by the snake, yet the snake by itself cannot impart to the young man the gifts whereby he is able to control the newly fathomed soul kingdom. These gifts are bestowed on him by the three kings. In the man who is on the way to become a free personality, there are three soul forces in alloy: will, copper; feeling, silver; knowledge, gold. In the course of existence, the revelations of life experience give all that the soul assimilates from the operation of these three forces. Man is separated from the state of free personality through the fact that these three forces work in his soul in alloy. He will attain free personality to the degree in which he assimilates the gifts, each of the three in its specific nature, in full consciousness, and unites them in free conscious activity in his own soul. Then the chaotic alloy of the gifts of will, feeling, and knowledge, which has previously controlled him, falls asunder. The wisdom king is of gold. Gold personifies wisdom in some form. The operation of wisdom in the life experience that is finally sacrificed has already been described. But the will-o'-the-wisps too seize upon the gold in their own way. In man there exists a soul quality. In many people it develops abnormally and seems to fill their whole being, by which he is able to assimilate all the wisdom that life and science bestow. But this soul quality does not endeavor to unite wisdom wholly to the inner life. It remains one-sided knowledge as an instrument of dogma or criticism. It makes a man appear brilliant, or helps to give him a one-sided prominence in life. It makes no effort to bring about a balance through adjustment with the yields of external experience. It becomes learning before it has become life in the inner being of the soul. All endeavor to assimilate the Goethean life axiom: man must surrender his existence if he would exist, is alien to it. The snake, the selfless life experience that has developed for love's sake to conscious wisdom, surrenders its existence in order to build the bridge between material and spiritual existence.